Roseau North cannot take a chance. The world is moving fast, the world is moving quick. It's not the most pleasant world it used to be all along. Things have changed. And when things have changed like this, you have to make sure that you put things in place. All shall eat. So when you look at it in all our different policies, it doesn't mean that those who have a vehicle to drop their kids to school and those who don't have a vehicle have to go in the rain. No, we'll provide bus transport so every single child gets transported to school. Every single child in terms of uniform.
Do not play with your vote. Playing with your vote is playing with your lives, my friends. Do not play with our lives. The only serious party in Dominica, my friends, is the Dominica Labour Party.
You need representation that cares. I served with Ashma at the Dominica State College. She was a lecturer and I was the bursar of the State College. And there were times when students could not make it to school because they didn't have a meal or they couldn't pay the bus fare. And Ashma would come to me as the bursar to ask me what I can do for the student. And that is the person that you have in Ashma McDougall. Someone who cares.
We have young people who want to work. We have young people with skills. And we have people with ideas. But too many people still feel trapped. And when underemployment and when unemployment persists from one generation to another, poverty can become a cycle. And I refuse to accept that. I refuse to accept the idea that because a child grows up in any community, whether it be Yampis, or Gutter Village, or Tarish Pit, or Goodwill, or Pottersville, the circumstances into which that child is born must not determine where that child ends up. Your address must never determine your destiny. And that is why the plan for these communities will go beyond offering temporary crutches. We want Roseau North to become known for producing talented basketball players, footballers, and cricketers. But I also know that we need improvement for facilities. And I will not stand here tonight and pretend that we can do everything at once. One by one, that is my approach. We identify the priority, we find the resources, we build the partnerships, we get it done, we will deliver. And that is because I would rather deliver 10 things successfully than to promise 50 things that will remain incomplete. But then when I sat with the fishermen in Fonkole, and I walked with the improvement committees in Gutter and Tarish Pit, and walked with other individuals who have the best interests of their communities at heart, and I listened, and let me tell you, I listened. I discovered that the best development plans for Roseau North are not written in offices, and they're not written on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. They are developed in conversations with people who are living those realities every single day. Communities are not going to be transformed by social media posts. They are going to be transformed by people who show up, by people who listen, and by people who get their hands dirty to get the thing done. And I am ready to get my hands dirty to get the things done. You told me, and I listened. And while I deeply believe in fixing the everyday concerns that you face in your respective communities, I also believe that Roseau North must never lose sight of the bigger picture. Development is not an either-or proposition. We must repair the drains, and and build the future. We must improve sporting facilities while investing in the infrastructure that transforms the entire nation. The question must be, who has a realistic plan? Who understands the issues experienced across all demographics? Who can articulate your needs? Who can build the partnerships that we need to transform these opportunities? Who has the energy to work? And most importantly, who is going to deliver for the people of Roseau North?
I tell you, Ashma will deliver.
I am offering Roseau North a different kind of representation. Energetic, accessible, prepared, community-driven, and focused relentlessly on the results. And I will not promise you perfection, because perfection does not exist. I will promise you presence, and I will promise you real hard work. I promise you that when something cannot be done immediately, I will tell you the truth. Because progress, we know, cannot happen overnight. But it can happen one drain, one light, one court, one business, one job, one young person, one community at a time. And when all of these small victories start to add up, that is how we can transform Roseau North. But to my people of Roseau North, I am asking you to trust me, not just with your votes, but with the future of the Roseau North constituency. And let's move beyond this talking stage and start building something extraordinary together. I am ready. I am ready to work. I am ready to serve. I am ready to represent every single community in the Roseau North constituency, and ready, together with you, to build a stronger future for Tarish Pit, for Yampis, for Goodwill, for Pottersville, for Roseau North, Mont Daniel, Santa Roma, Pottersville, and all different nooks and crannies in Roseau North constituency. Let's get to work.
There's no country in the Caribbean that has suffered so much from natural disasters than Dominica in the last 12 years. And every time people say that we're finished, this government showed you that it had the fortitude and the resilience to build back Dominica. This is a government for hard times, ladies and gentlemen. When things go bad, you want to know that this Dominica Labour Party is in government because you know you'll be okay. And so you here in Roseau North, you know we have your back. But what you have been missing is a proper pal rep. And outside of Miriam, who gave us a couple of years, you have not had a proper pal rep for a long time. You need somebody who can speak on your behalf. Somebody who can make a request on your behalf. Somebody who can sit down with you and guide you with what you can do. And this is where Ashma McDougall comes in, ladies and gentlemen. And when COVID came, our revenue dropped by 45%, ladies and gentlemen. The Ministry of Finance came back and told me, Prime Minister, we need to send people home. Let them take their leave. Let them do this. Let them do that. We're not making money. 45% revenue drop. Expenses go up. And I said, nothing doing. No. We have to keep this train, because I always believe, ladies and gentlemen, that a government is placed in a position to help people. The government must always hold people's hands, especially in difficult times. Is how you make your bed, that's how you will sleep on it. So if you make your bed nice and proper, you will sleep on it nice and proper. If you leave your bed chiffonné, you will sleep on your bed chiffonné. And you don't want a chiffonné bed. You understand? And so you need to have people who are energetic. This girl is a young girl. She's half my age. I'm half my age, so you girl young. She can run over the place. She's walking up the hills and the ravines. That's what you need. You don't want somebody who's going to fall asleep at midday. No. This world is hard, it's difficult, ladies and gentlemen. When you're in this politics, if you're not working for 16 hours a day, you're not working hard enough, you know. 16 hours a day. When I leave this meeting, ladies and gentlemen, I have another meeting to go to, you know. You have to be working hard because there are challenges that you have to confront every single day. Every single day. You have to sleep with one eye open and one eye closed. You have to be sleeping like a cat, ladies and gentlemen, in this world today. Because so many things happening outside of Dominica that we have no control over, but we have to find solutions for.